Hello and welcome to Good Life, the health show with me, Pooja. Well, this is a show that focuses on providing you with solutions to your health-related issues, lifestyle and much more. Well, viewers, a potential third wave of COVID-19 pandemic is set to hit India in the next 3 to 5 months. And this time, we may witness a surge in hospitalization among children. If you closely analyze the epidemiological pattern of the pandemic, the first wave severely impacted people above 60 years. Then the second wave affected the younger generation. Now that most adults are either infected or vaccinated, it is expected that children may be at higher risk in the third wave. Also, if we see how the virus has mutated in all these months, it is certain that virus impact those who have not been immune to such transmissions. So, to discuss on this, we are being joined by Dr. Prakritish Bora, pediatrician from Excel Care Hospital. So, not to waste any more time, I'll straight away move to him and talk more on the topic which we have taken today. Dr. Prakritish Bora, welcome to Good Life, the health show. So, again, we are here to guide our viewers there, especially to the parents out there, that how they are going to protect their children from third wave. Because it's questions are arising that how to protect your children from third wave. Your perspective on this.
Thank you, Pooja. The prospect of a third wave is more statistical than a real thing, I think. But then, since we know that the COVID virus has been very smart and it has been finding new host every time, like as you said, in the first wave, the older people were affected. And in the second wave, the younger adults have also been affected quite severely. So, since people have been vaccinated or they have been infected, so some amount of immunity has come to the adult population, which is more than 18 years of age. And children who are below 18 years have been more or less protected. Schools have been off, so they have been living in a protected environment so far. So the virus has been less active in children in the last two waves. So the virus is smart enough now to detect a new host which is vulnerable. So we see that children who are below 18 years are now vulnerable because they have not been infected, and neither we have given vaccine to them, those children. So that is the reason scientists all over the world are predicting that if a third wave comes, then the children will be severely affected and the disease burden will be high, and the severity of the infection also might be higher in children in the coming third wave if it at all comes.
All right, so can we say that children are actually in a risk for COVID-19? What do you have to say on this, doctor?
Yeah, they are at a potential risk because because the virus is looking for a new host every time. So since we do not have the virus, the easy target will be children this time because they have not suffered from the illness so much. Only about 10 to 11% children have suffered in the second wave, I think. So there is a lot of number of children in the Indian population is very high. So the target of the virus will be children this time because they are not infected, neither they are vaccinated.
All right, doctor. So, doctor, if I need to ask you, there are parents really worried about this third wave, which is actually emerging. They are saying that it will be emerging in 3 to 5 months, but no one can predict that because we are still going on with the flow of second wave. People are getting vaccinated, people are taking vaccination, and they are rushing to the vaccination centers to get themselves vaccinated. But now talking about the children, of course, the parents will be more concerned about them. So is there any indication that children will be severely affected in third wave? So what kind of suggestions would you like to give to those parents who are really worried?
So, see, we do not have much against COVID-19. So, there are only two things that we can do to prevent the infection from coming to us. The number one is to boost up our immunity.
Okay.
So, to boost up our immunity, we have two things that we can do. One is to have a nutritious and good diet. So, children should be offered a healthy, nutritious diet homemade diet every time. And secondly, the physical activity of the children has been limited by the lockdown and everything. So children cannot go out, play in the park or go out and play. So there has to be, the parents will have to find out certain way of keeping the children engaged in some kind of physical activity every day. Maybe in the morning they can go out cycling or go out to the park and do some kind of running around and everything. So that physical activity is for the children is still on. So we have to look at these two things. One is a good nutritious diet and some amount of physical activity for the children. So these are the two things we can do to keep our immunity boosted up. And secondly, the vaccination part. So you already UK and US have taken steps to vaccinate children. So probably from August, UK might start vaccinating children. So once the safety of the vaccine and efficacy of the vaccine is established, like it has been established in adults now, in children also, I am sure India will take it up, and once we start vaccinating our children, so that will be the most important part in avoiding the infection in our children also.
All right, doctor, we have a caller waiting for us, so let's take the call first and listen to the question being asked. Hello.
Hello.
আমি শুনি আছো আপোনাৰ প্ৰশ্নটো কৰিব
বাইদেউ মই মানে কোভেক্সিন দিছিলো এতিয়া মই নেক্সট ডোজ কোভেক্সিন পোৱা নাই তে কোভিশিল্ড দিব পাৰিম নে
Okay, doctor, there is a caller asking about vaccination. Being an adult, she's asking that she has already taken Covaxin vaccine, so she's not able to get the second dose of Covaxin. So will she be able to take Covishield or not? That is the query being asked by the caller.
As of now, the recommendation is to take the same brand. One should not be mixing up the brands. But offhand, I would like to say that there have been certain studies which has come up, and they have said that it is not mandatory to take the same vaccine both the times. We take it 2 times, and the period of the gap period between the 2 vaccines have been different. Initially it was 4 weeks, now it has been said that it can be up to 84 days also. So the period has changed because the immunogenicity of the vaccine is being still evaluated. So similarly, I am sure very soon we'll have the recommendations to take the separate kind of brand also. But as of now, one should be taking the same brand as one has taken in the first shot.
All right, thank you so much for calling at this point in time, and I'm sure you must be benefited with the answer just doctor gave. And our numbers are flashed on your television screens, viewers. So if you have any queries regarding the topic which we are discussing at this point in time, we are discussing how to protect your children from third wave. Parents are indeed worried at this point in time that how can they protect their children from third wave? What are the do's and don'ts that they can do, and how to ramp up vaccination for children? That is the question being arised at this point in time all over India and all over world, but that is to be answered, and studies are being going on, trials are being going on in other countries as well, but that will be of course answered to every one of you. All right, doctor, coming back to you again, we have another caller waiting for us, so let's take the call first. Hello. আমি শুনি আছো আপোনাৰ প্ৰশ্নটো কৰিব
হয় হয় মই গুৱাহাটীৰ শান্তিপুৰৰ পৰা কৈছিলো
কওকচোন
হয় একচুৱেলি মোৰ ইয়াতে জানিবলগীয়া আছিলে বাচ্চাৰ যে মানে যিটো থাৰ্ড ৱেভ আহি আছে হেল্ল'
শুনি আছো কৰিব আপোনাৰ প্ৰশ্ন
যিটো মানে থাৰ্ড ৱেভ আহি আছে সেইটো মানে বাচ্চাৰ কাৰণে মানে আমি কেনেকৈ গম পাম যে বাচ্চাৰ কেনেকৈ মানে কোভিডত হেৰি হৈছে
Okay. Doctor, there is a caller asking that as the third wave is approaching, so how can the patient or how can the parents would understand that how can they save their child from the third wave?
I think I'll answer in Assamese only since you asked in Assamese.
Yeah, please do that.
Pooja? Okay. So, our COVID-19 ইনফেকশ্যনটো এনেকুৱা এটা ইনফেকশ্যন যোনটোৰ বহুত ধৰণৰ ভেৰাইটি দেখা গৈছে যে এইটো সাধাৰণতে যিবিলাক নৰ্মেল আমাৰ বেমাৰ আজাৰ মেলেৰিয়া হওক টাইফয়েড হওক এইবিলাক বেমাৰৰ এটা পেটাৰ্ণ থাকে বা এটা নিয়ম থাকে যে এইটো ধৰণে বেমাৰটোৱে আমাৰ শৰীৰলৈ আহে কিন্তু COVID-19ৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত এইটো এটা বিৰাট ডাঙৰ এটা চেঞ্জ আমি পাইছোঁ যোৱাবাৰ যেনেকুৱা আছিল তাতকৈ এইবাৰ অলপমান বেলেগ হৈছে গতিকে এনেই সাধাৰণতে বুজিবলৈ হ'লে COVID-19টো এটা ফ্লু নিচিনা বেমাৰ ফ্লু মানে আমাৰ যেনেকৈ কাহ চৰ্দি জ্বৰ হয় সাধাৰণ যোনবিলাক কাহ চৰ্দি জ্বৰ হয় এইটো এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ এটা বেমাৰ গতিকে যোনটো নৰ্মেলি হ'ব সেইটোত হ'ব যে জ্বৰ হ'ব আপোনাৰ খুব গা বিষ হ'ব মাথাৰ বিষ হ'ব ডিঙিটো চেৰচেৰাব কাহ হ'ব অলপ চলপ চৰ্দিও লাগিব পাৰে সাধাৰণতে দেখা যায় যে চৰ্দিৰ পৰিমাণটো COVID-19ৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত কমকৈ হয় এইটো হৈছে নৰ্মেলি হোৱা আমাৰ বেমাৰৰ লক্ষণ কিন্তু মই নিজৰ এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চৰ পৰা কৈ আছোঁ যে এইবাৰ আমি বহুত সলনি দেখা পাইছোঁ যেনেকৈ মই অলপ দিনৰ আগত এটা শিশু দেখা পাইছিলোঁ যাৰ চকুকেইটা ৰঙা পৰি আছিলে কোনো কাৰণ নোহোৱাকৈ কোনো জ্বৰ নাই কাহ নাই কোনো একো নাই কিন্তু টেষ্ট কৰোঁতে ক'ভিড পজিটিভ আহিছে গতিকে চকু ৰঙা হোৱাটো এটা তাৰ লক্ষণ হৈ পৰিছে কিছুমান শিশু আমি পাইছোঁ যে গাত ৰেছ হৈছে আমাৰ যেনেকৈ আই ওলালে ৰেছ হয় শৰীৰৰ ওপৰত তেনেকৈ ৰেছ হ'ব জ্বৰ হ'ব তেতিয়াও হয়তো ক'ভিড হয়তো হ'ব পাৰে কিছুমান ল'ৰা ছোৱালী আমি দেখা পাইছোঁ যে পেটটো বেয়া হয় যে ডায়েৰিয়া নিচিনা হ'ব বমি হ'ব পাৰে পেট বেয়া হ'ব লগত জ্বৰ চৰ থাকিব পাৰে নাথাকিব পাৰে আৰু তেনেকুৱা শিশুৰ আমি দেখা পাইছোঁ যে ক'ভিড টেষ্ট কৰিলে পজিটিভ আহিছে আৰু গতিকে এতিয়া মানে থুলমূলকৈ ক'বলৈ হ'লে এনেকুৱা এটা কথা যে যিহেতু আমি এটা এপিডেমিকৰ মাজেৰে গৈ আছোঁ এপিডেমিক মানে য'ত ক'ভিডেই হৈ আছে আমাৰ বেলেগ বেমাৰ আজাৰ আমাৰ বৰ বিশেষকৈ আমাৰ হোৱা নাই গতিকে এনে স্থলত যিকোনো চিমটম আপোনাৰ শৰীৰত যদি আহে আপোনাৰ গাটো বেয়া লাগিছে জ্বৰ হৈছে পানী লাগিছে কাহ হৈছে চকু ৰঙা পৰিছে গাত ৰেছ ওলাইছে বা যিকোনো ধৰণৰ আপোনাৰ শাৰীৰিক মানে এটা বেয়া লাগিছে গাটো তেনেকুৱা হ'লেই মই ভাবোঁ যে আপুনি সদায় টেষ্ট কৰি চাব লাগিব কাৰণ টেষ্ট কৰি চালেহে আমি কথাটো গম পাম যে আপোনাৰ COVID-19 ইনফেকশ্যন আছে নে নাই
All right, thank you so much for calling at this
থাৰ্ড
point
ৱেভত
in
মই
time.
ভাবোঁ যে
Yes, please continue, doctor.
মোৰ আৰু কুৱেশ্যন আছিলে
Yeah, sure, please.
একচুৱেলি আমিতো অফিচ একচুৱেলি আহি থাকিব মানে গৈ থাকিব লাগে ত' আমি মানে বাহিৰত ওলাই থাকোঁ ত' মানে আমি যেতিয়া এনেকৈ কেয়াৰ লৈ আছোঁ এতিয়া ধৰক বাহিৰৰ পৰা আমি ঘৰলৈকে গ'লে কাপোৰ চাপোৰ চব তিয়াই মেলি ঘৰত সোমাওঁ গা পা ধুই পেলাই সোমাওঁ তেনেকুৱা আৰু কিবা নম থাকিলে বাচ্ছাৰ অফিচত গৈ আছোঁ মই এতিয়া বাচ্ছাৰ ওচৰত নাযাম তেনেকুৱা বাচ্ছাটো মোৰ ওচৰত একচুৱেলি অভিয়াছলি আহিবই ত' তেনেকৈ এনেকুৱা কিবা হেৰি আছে নেকি য'ত মানে আমি বচাই চলিব পাৰোঁ তেনেকৈ
আপুনি যোনখিনি ব্যৱস্থা লৈ আছে সেইখিনি খুবেই ভাল আৰু এইখিনি ব্যৱস্থা লোৱাৰ পিছত আপুনি যোনখিনি ব্যৱস্থা লৈছে এতিয়া অলৰেডি যে আপুনি গা চা ধুইছে কাপোৰ চাপোৰ বেলেগকৈ ৰাখিছে গতিকে এইখিনি ব্যৱস্থা ল'লেই মই ভাবোঁ যে ছাফিচিয়েণ্ট হ'ব আৰু এইখিনি ব্যৱস্থা লোৱাৰ পিছত আপুনি আপোনাৰ শিশুটিক লগ পাব পাৰে তাত কোনো অসুবিধা নাই কিন্তু এটা কথা যদি আপোনাৰ গাটো কিবা কাৰণত বেয়া লগা যেন হয় তেতিয়া কিন্তু আপুনি লগে লগে নিজকে আইচলেট কৰিব লাগিব তেনেস্থলত আপুনি শিশুটিৰ পৰা দূৰত থকাটো খুবেই বাঞ্ছনীয়
All right, thank you so much for calling at this point in time. I'm sure you must be benefited with the answer just Dr. Prakritish Bora gave you. So, Doctor, coming back to you again. So, if questions also arise that why are we so worried about third wave of COVID for children, which we were not that much in the first wave, isn't it? A lot of questions have been arising at this point in time on this. So are the mutation being changed? Are the infections being changed? What is the surfacing around? What are the studies going on? What do you have to say on this?
See, the children were not affected in the first wave for a couple of reasons. One is the receptor that we have in our respiratory system, the ACE2 receptor, through which the virus gets into our body, are less in number in children. The number of the receptors that are present in the respiratory system of the children are less. So the virus has less receptors in children to get into the body and infect them. So that is one of the, I think, the primary reason for the children in the first wave not get infected, so much. So that is one reason. And secondly, the children also were in a protected environment. They were not going out. They remained in the house. So the isolation part of the children was strong enough. So I'm sure, these two were the reasons for the children not getting infected in many ways. But the virus got smarter. It mutated twice, thrice. So it became more infective. So in the second wave, we are seeing that younger adults are getting infected, and the number of children that we have seen in the second wave also has increased in a huge way. And we have had a couple of children who had underlying disease like leukemia and nephrotic syndrome,
Okay.
who got infected with COVID-19 and became serious with COVID-19 infection. But we have so far we have seen children who has underlying disease or some comorbidity or some disease like the adults. Like for adults, it is like blood pressure, diabetes. All this disease. If you have, then your infection in COVID infection will be severer than a normal person. So similarly, in children also we are seeing that children who have some underlying disease has the infection more severely affected than the other normal children. So in the third wave, I'm sure the virus might mutate in such a manner that they might be smart enough to infect more children than compared to the first and the second wave, and because they are not infected and not vaccinated, so the number will definitely increase. That is the prediction given by the different scientists all over the world. So if we have to take the prediction as correct, so then we have to see we'll be seeing a lot of children getting infected in the third wave.
Okay.
So but then this is a good thing, as we are now prepared for this kind of a situation. And like for the adults, we had a lot of beds, we call it in the normal COVID ward or in the ICU, segregated from normal people.
Okay.
So we had COVID beds arranged for adults, but the same was not done for children. But now that we know that if a third wave comes, then children will be affected more, so we are mentally prepared, and we are also preparing ourselves to handle children in a better way. So
all right,
in
Doctor,
our
we'll come
hospital,
to
at
that
least, we are
preparation
making
part
a
of
separate
hospitals
COVID
and the
ICU for children.
authorities to ramp up for the children. We'll come back to that, but right now we'll have to slip into a short break, viewers. We'll slip into a short break, but do come back soon because we have lots more on the other side. Welcome back, viewers. You're still watching Good Life, the health show with me, Pooja, and we are having a fruitful discussion with Dr. Prakritish Bora on the third wave threat on children. Dr. Prakritish Bora, coming back to you again. Now, if we talk about the vaccination part, now, when can we expect children to get COVID vaccine, as almost trials are being almost started in the other countries as well? So what is the study and what are the things, or what is the update on this part?
In Western countries like UK and US, they have already undertaken the process of vaccinating children, and probably they'll be starting shortly. Probably from the month of August, UK probably will be vaccinating children as well. So since the vaccine has been proved to be safe in adults, the same information should percolate onto the children also. So I am sure we'll also start vaccinating in India children very, very soon, but we do not of course as of now have a definite time frame or month from when we are going to start it. But I am looking at a very short span of time now when we'll start vaccinating children as well.
We have to also ramp up vaccination process for the young parents also, so that the children don't get affected easily. Or if we talk about the vaccination part for the children, how sooner or later we can expect to get that started?
No?
Yeah, more than 18 years we have already started vaccinating, but unfortunately the supply of the vaccine has not been regular. So the number of people that we should have been vaccinated by now has probably not been achieved. So that is a different matter, but then the process of manufacturing sufficient amount of vaccine has been already undertaken by Government of India. So I am sure in the short coming days or months we'll not have a crisis for the vaccine to vaccinate people. And once it has been licensed for children, once we have the safety of the vaccine license for children, once the phase 3 trials for children has been over, and then we'll be vaccinating our children as well. And I am looking at sometime after the month of August when we should be able to vaccinate our children as well.
Doctor, we have a caller waiting for us. Let's take the call. Hello.
Hello.
আমি শুনি আছো আপোনাৰ প্ৰশ্নটো কৰিব
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello.
আমি শুনি আছো আপোনাৰ প্ৰশ্নটো কৰিব আমি শুনি আছো
Sir, মোৰ এজনী ছোৱালী আছে 3.5 বছৰীয়া তাই মানে জিভাত বগা বগা কিবা চামনিৰ দৰে পৰে আৰু পৰাৰ পিছত বিৰাট গোন্ধাই থাকে আৰু ৰাতি নিজে নিজে 5 দিন থকাৰ পিছত ঠিক হৈ যায় এই কি কাৰণে হৈছে
কি কৰিলে ঠিক হৈ যায় বুলি ক'লে
মানে মোৰ 3.5 বছৰৰ ছোৱালী এজনী আছে তাৰ জিভাত মানে বগা বগা চামনি এটা পৰে
সেইখিনি বুজি পালো মই জিভাত চামনি
চামনিটো তাৰপিছত গোন্ধাব ধৰে মানে মুখখন গোন্ধাই আৰু 4-5 দিন পিছত আকৌ নিজে নিজে ঠিক হৈ যায় এইটো মানে প্ৰায় হৈ থাকে ডক্টৰক দেখালে কিবা মেডিচিন দিয়ে খাৰ পিছত ঠিক হয় তাৰপিছত আকৌ মানে হয় আৰু
ওকে
এতিয়া দুটামান কথা এটা হ'ল যে কেতিয়াবা কিছুমান ল'ৰা ছোৱালীৰ ফাংগেল ইনফেকশ্যন হ'লে এনেকুৱা বগা চামনি পৰে আৰু ফাংগেল ইনফেকশ্যনটো সাধাৰণতে যদি বটল দি ফিডিং কৰে তেতিয়া বেছিকৈ হয় চ' আপোনাৰ ছোৱালীজনীয়ে বটল দি ফিডিং কৰে নেকি বাৰু
নাই
বটল যে আমাৰ বটল দি ফিডিং নকৰে নহয় আচ্ছা তেতিয়াহ'লে আপুনি দুটামান কথা কৰিব এটা হ'ল যে তাইক তেতিয়াহ'লে আপুনি দুটামান কথা কৰিব লাগিব এটা হ'ল যে তাইক দুবাৰকৈ ব্ৰাছ কৰাব লাগিব ৰাতিপুৱা এবাৰ ব্ৰাছ কৰিব লাগে আৰু ৰাতি ভাত খোৱাৰ পিছত আকৌ এবাৰ ব্ৰাছ কৰিব দিব ব্ৰাছ কৰাৰ পিছত অন্য বস্তু যাতে নাখায় সেইটো কথা চাব ব্ৰাছ কৰাৰ সময়ত সদায় জিভাখন অলপমান ঘঁহি দিব ব্ৰাছডাল দি নহয় ব্ৰাছ কৰাৰ পিছত কৈছোঁ মই কৈছোঁ যে ব্ৰাছ কৰাৰ পিছত আপুনি তাইক অন্য খোৱা বস্তু খাবলৈ দিব সেইকাৰণে খোৱাৰ পিছত ব্ৰাছ কৰিব লাগিব ব্ৰাছ কৰাৰ পিছত পানীৰ বাহিৰে যাতে অন্য বস্তু নাখায় সেইটো চাব আৰু দিনৰ ভাগত অলপমান ঘনকৈ পানী খাই থাকিবলৈ দিব যদি পানী খাই থাকে তেতিয়াহ'লে মুখখন চাফা থাকে জিভাৰ ওপৰত চামনি পৰাৰ হেৰিটো কমি যাব আৰু এটা কথা মনত ৰাখিব যদি নাকটো বন্ধ থাকে ল'ৰা ছোৱালীৰ নাকটো বন্ধ থাকিলে কি হয় মুখেৰে উশাহ লয় আৰু মুখেৰে উশাহ লোৱা ল'ৰা ছোৱালীৰ জিভাৰ ওপৰত চামনি পৰে গতিকে আপুনি এটা কথা চাব যদি চৰ্দি আছে নাক ব্লক আছে নাকটো যাতে খোলা থাকে নাকটো খোলা ৰাখিবৰ কাৰণে নাকত ড্ৰপ দি নাকটো খোলা ৰাখিবলৈ যত্ন কৰিব গতিকে এই দুটা বস্তু কৰিলে মই ভাবোঁ যে আপোনাৰ ছোৱালীজনী ভালে থাকিব
All right, thank you so much for calling at this moment, and our numbers are flashed on your television screens, viewers. So if you have any queries regarding the topic which we have taken today, that is the possible threat of third wave on children. So we are having a fruitful discussion on that with Dr. Prakritish Bora. So call up and ask your question. He will be able to give you all your answers. Doctor, coming back to you again, as you are being there and also getting a treatment on children. So if we talk about the hospitals, how are hospitals prepared for the third wave, and how are hospitals prepared for the children to get their beds ready, and what about the possible oxygen supply? These are a lot of things which has to be kept in mind while preparation for children, because handling a child treating for COVID-19 is not that easy, isn't it, doctor?
I think there are two reasons here. Once we know that if a third wave comes, children will get probably more affected than others. So even the government has taken steps to make more beds for children and children ICU available for COVID infected children. So similarly, in the private sector also we have this time. We have segregated our ICU into two parts, one for the normal children who have other disease and one part for children who had COVID disease this time. So we have had a couple of children, of course not too many, but children who had some underlying disease in them. They were infected by COVID-19 and the infection in them was severe or moderate to severe. So we had to hospitalize them, and one or two children we had to treat in the ICU as well. So in a way we are now prepared that if a third wave comes we'll require more beds for children. So that way we are making more beds available for children.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, we are segregating the ICU. So we are making the ICU separate for COVID infected children who might have severe disease and might require ICU treatment as such.
All right. Now, there will be officials, there will be also doctors, nurses, if the possible third wave comes in. And of course, the children who will be infected. So we have to get ready for everything out there. The hospital authorities have to get ready for that. And as doctors yourself also have to get ready. So are you trying to also allow parents to be beside their children if the things get worse? Because there will be some children who will be always in need of their parents, isn't it? So it is always very important to tackle those kind of patients, especially when we are talking about children. What do you have to say, doctor?
Yeah, the situation we have already encountered this time.
Okay.
So we have had children who are below 5 years, children who cannot take care of themselves. So children who are below 5 years cannot take care of themselves, so they require somebody, in spite of the nursing staff that we have, in spite of nursing staff and other people, they'll still require somebody from their house or home looking after them. So in most situations, of course, we are fortunate that most of the times the mother was also positive. Although she may or may not have the active disease or symptomatic disease, but she was also positive, so we could keep the mother and the child together in the ward or in the ICU and look after the child, properly. In the event where a child becomes positive and the mother is negative or the father is negative and the child is only say 2 years, so in such a situation the child cannot be there in the ICU or in the COVID ward alone. So he will need the mother or the father most often, okay. Mother or the father with him or her, to take care. So in such a situation, we have to take an undertaking from the mother, okay, or the father who will look after the child, that the child is COVID positive and she is not, and she is willing to take care of the child with the risk of acquiring COVID infection. So with such an undertaking, that we'll have to take help of the parent, either mother or the father, to look after such a children.
All right, doctor, we are really short of time. So what would be your last words to tell our viewers, and what kind of suggestions you would like, especially to give the parents to get themselves ready and also to take necessary precautions to avoid such infection?
So my advice will be that we are looking at a probable third wave where children will be affected more, but this is more of a statistics. So one need not worry so much about this, but take absolute precautions, because after the first wave we became little lax with our precautions, and that is the reason the second wave came in such a huge or in a big way. So we should not be lax in our precautionary measures, the measures that we are supposed to take to keep COVID away from us.
All right, thank you so much, Prakritish Bora, for those wonderful words. I'm sure the viewers who have watched our show must be benefited with the entire episode we have discussed about. And with this, we have come to the end of the show, and we hope that we were able to answer all your queries in the best possible way. In our next episode, we will be discussing more on COVID-related issues. So if you have any queries, do join us next Saturday at 3:30 p.m. live. Till then, stay healthy, stay fit, and keep watching Northeast Live. Goodbye.